Barks Alpha here, reporting for Newshound by Korean Temple with your 24-hour crypto news roundup. On today's bulletin, over $4.5 billion worth of tokens set for release this week. Empery Digital liquidates 102 Bitcoin. Bithumb faces 6-month suspension. Gondi NFT platform suffers attack. And Coinbase goes live across Europe. Let's dig. Between March the 9th and 16th, approximately $4.58 billion worth of locked tokens are scheduled for release. According to ETH News, based on data compiled by Wu Blockchain, a significant number of one-time cliff unlocks are lined up to activate over the coming days, the most notable of which involves WBT, which is set to release 81.5 million tokens valued at roughly $4.34 billion. This single release marks one of the largest relative expansions for a token of its size in recent history. In addition, the market will see Rain token with $84 million in total releases, followed by Solana at almost $38 million worth and Trump just shy of $19 million. While a supply increase does not guarantee immediate selling pressure, it expands the available float for early investors and team members who may have relatively low-cost entries. Speaking of supply dumps, and the Austin-based investment firm Empery Digital has offloaded 102 Bitcoin at an average price of $71,636 per coin. The sale follows significant pressure from shareholders and generated over $7 million in gross revenue, which the company has allocated toward share repurchases and debt repayment. Despite the recent sale, Empery maintains a reserve of 3,562 Bitcoin, though reports indicate the firm may continue to reduce these holdings to fund its $200 million stock buyback program. This sell-off occurred against a backdrop of aggressive corporate accumulation elsewhere in the market. During the same week, institutional treasuries recorded $1.8 billion in total Bitcoin purchases, with net inflows reaching $1.28 billion. In other news, South Korea's Financial Intelligence Unit has issued a preliminary notice to suspend the major cryptocurrency exchange Bithumb for 6 months. The penalty follows an investigation into anti-money laundering violations, specifically regarding customer verification and unregistered overseas transactions. Regulators also targeted CEO Lee Jae-won for disciplinary action, citing a systemic failure to meet the standards required under national financial reporting laws. If the suspension is finalized later this month, Bithumb will be prohibited from onboarding new users and processing certain asset transfers, though current customers will retain limited access to their existing funds. This latest enforcement action follows a string of disasters for the exchange, including the accidental credit of 620,000 BTC instead of Korean won. NFT News Now and the NFT lending platform, Gondi, has suffered a smart contract exploit resulted in the potential loss of around $230,000. The platform, which allows users to borrow money using their digital art as collateral, suffered from a vulnerability that allowed an attacker to drain specific funds. In a swift response to the breach, the development team began by migrating all users to a new, secure version of their system. This is designed to prevent further losses and protect the remaining digital assets currently locked. The team is currently investigating the root cause of the flaw and has pledged to work on compensation plans for those affected. Last up, and Coinbase officially launched its regulated crypto futures trading service across 26 European nations on March the 9th, including major markets like Germany, France, and the Netherlands. The launch precedes the full enforcement of the markets in crypto assets regulation mid-year and gives Coinbase first-mover advantage for investors who want to trade digital assets within an authorized framework. The new offering includes 3 distinct products: perpetual-style futures with an hourly funding mechanism, traditional dated monthly and quarterly contracts, and a unique Mag 7 Plus crypto equity index, the latter of which allows traders to gain exposure to both tech stocks, such as Microsoft and Nvidia, and digital assets within a single regulated instrument. With leverage options up to 10x on assets like Bitcoin and Solana, and accounts fundable in both euros and USDC, Coinbase is cementing its position as a major player on the global stage as regulatory deadlines approach. That's it for today, dogs. Remember to share with the pack, keep your noses to the ground, and your ears pricked so you never miss a beat. Reporting for Newshound, this is Barks Alpha. Yes, I do.